Guys, hello? I think the show's about to start. Like now?
Hello and welcome
BTP?
to Behind the Plastic,
Behind the
the
Plastic?
show where toy photographers talk
Anybody?
to toy photographers about toy photography. I'm Zach. That's Ben. That's Sully. How you guys doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Ooh,
And you
he
know
had to
why I'm
one-up
doing
us there.
fantastic? Yeah, I always have to one-up you. Sorry.
Because of our guest tonight.
Yes, our guest tonight, he's a toy photographer who does this because it's fun. Everybody, please welcome because it's fun.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Thank you so much.
AKA Brian. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
First of all, I just want to put this out there. I love your background. It's like you're doing, setting up a shot, and you're the toy and you got this nice lit background behind you. Very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting in some effort.
I was going to strike a fabulous pose, but maybe not.
No, please, whenever you feel like it, just do it. We'll freeze frame it and that'll be the trailer for you.
There you go.
Okay, you know how this works. 12 minutes on the clock. Let's go. So, first of all, I think the name is perfectly fitting. That's ultimately, I think, why we all do this, because it's fun, and you just happen to take it for your name.
Right.
And tell us about, what drew you into this? We know it's fun and all that, but really, where did this all start?
So it kind of accidentally happened for me. I got an Instagram account, a camera, and my first Mezco all right about the same time. And I think I started following Mezco on Instagram, and that led the algorithm to seeing other things. I started seeing things like Johnny Bananas and Nose Rain and guys like that. And I was just like, wow, this is amazing. I want to try this. And it was a perfect opportunity to learn, my camera. And, here I am, I guess 5 years or so later.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Has it been 5 years already? Wow.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, no, I know it has been, because we'll get right into this. I have your first shot, which we're going to look at right now. Yeah.
It's like,
And we love this shot. Look at this. This is so awesome.
There's the Mezco.
There it is. Yep.
And it's
Good
all
one,
this shit.
Quick disclaimer. I actually had, when I got my first Mezco, I didn't get because I bought him from eBay. So I didn't get a Mezit with it, but man, I was like, I want to do these competitions and win a Mezco Monday. So I actually bought that little Mezit off of eBay. So I was kind of cheating a little bit.
And I love that first thing you did is just shoved it in a pile
Put
of
it in
crap.
shit. This is what I figured you.
Okay, but I want to know, what did you use for the poop?
Oh man, it was I can't remember, to be honest. I think I found a video or something on how to make like a homemade Play-Doh, I think is what it was. And then I mix it with some paint to give it that color. That's kind of what it was.
It's awesome. I love that you started your whole voyage into this thing with this shot.
With perfectly coiled poop.
Yeah. It's so good, dude. So good.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, before we get into more toy photography, I want to know, tell us about yourself. Who is Brian?
I'm 46 years old and married for 2 years. Got 3 kids, 11, 13, and 16. It's about it, man. I do this a lot. Unfortunately, I don't make a living doing this, or even make any money for that matter doing this. I just really do it for fun. So
Because it's fun.
Because it's fun.
Where are you located at?
I'm in Georgia. I'm just outside, just north of Atlanta, in an area called Ackworth.
Okay.
It's kind of the burbs.
Awesome.
Okay. That explains the peach for your logo, huh?
Yep. A lot of people ask me that, and that's what it is.
Very cool.
Well, on quick backstory on that, a buddy of mine and I used to do some real estate photography, and our business was called Twisted Peach Media, and I actually designed that for that, and he kind of didn't like it, so I was like, fine, I'll use it. That's fine.
Oh, that's perfect.
Perfect. I loved it. So.
Yeah.
Now it's your signature.
Exactly.
Well, I have to say, one of my favorite things about your account, and the reason that I really wanted to reach out to you for this, was I love the videos you do. Because I'm a video guy. That's been my profession, my entire professional life. Love video. And I just love that. And before I even had really discovered yours, I had done a video of one of my setups, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I found yours. And I was like, okay, mine's not so cool now. So when did you start? Like, where at in your journey here did the videos start? Because I know you usually post your shot in your video, kind of, back to
Yeah,
back.
so I think the whole reason I started doing that was when, back when Instagram started doing reels and they really started burying our photos and stuff. And so nobody was getting any traction. You were hardly getting any new followers or anything. So I just started doing that. And I dabbled. Like if you go back and find some of my older behind the scenes, they're very different and not very good. I just kind of
Probably like
over
mine.
time, over time, I slowly kind of evolved into that. So I'm happy with that format. And that's kind of where I've stayed with it.
Yeah, I always appreciate the videos. I love
Mhm.
seeing a kind of a glimpse into the mindset of the photographer, and you always, but like the figures are always posed and ready to go. It's like you just like kind of magically have this all like you like doop doop doop, wow.
Yeah.
It's like you
Well,
don't see the struggle to get that like perfect pose,
exactly.
and
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the things. It was way too much effort to try and film myself putting it all together. Because honestly, sometimes I might spend 2 hours or more on a shot.
Yeah.
So quick disclaimer: what I do is I simply record the breaking down of all that and kind of do it in reverse and then speed it up. And then I also
I figured,
I used to keep those. They used to be 30, 45 seconds long, and that just wasn't working for the algorithm. So I've eventually gotten them down to 10, 12 seconds, and that works much better. But I am starting to do YouTube now, which I've been neglecting. I wish I hadn't. Where I'm starting to do. Well, I've really only got one, but I'm and that kind of sucks. So you may not even want to bother watching.
Way to sell yourself.
You're selling it.
But I'm gonna get better on that. So I'm gonna start doing much longer ones, and more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how they
Like-
turn out. But just
like in
so you can-
depth of
yeah.
setup.
Well, so you can kind
wow.
of see at least what's going on at a more normal pace.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out. Everybody watching, check it out. Where can
Or
we
wait
find it?
a
What's it?
little
What is it just called? Because it's fun.
Yeah, I'm
YouTube
on the
as
same
well?
thing on YouTube. Yep.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. Okay, let's take a look at one of your more recent shots. This one doesn't have any poop in it, but we still love it.
Aw.
Yes. Whew. Ben
Very
picked this
nice.
shot. He's in love with it. Ben, why don't you start
Yes.
us off?
I got to tell you, I was really struggling because I'm trying to downsize. I didn't want to buy Green Goblin and the Amazing Spider-Man, and then you went on a tear. Like every time I'd see a post from you, it would be and I'm like, damn it, I don't want to buy these figures. I want them so bad, but I don't want to spend the money. I don't have the space. And then you just kept killing it with this duo. So I had to pick Gabi and Spidey shot because you've got so many great ones. And I just love the background of this one, especially in your behind the scenes video. Seeing that's practical. That's not digital
Yeah.
smoke. So
Just crazy. Just crazy. Yeah, man. So tell us about the shot.
Well, like he said, man, those two go so well together. I didn't pre-order either one of those, but then when Spider-Man came out, I was like, I don't have a Spider-Man. I need to get one. So I got that. And then before the Green Goblin came out, I was like, I really need to get something to go with him. And it's really the first duo I've had that are, that really pair well together. Well, maybe with the exception of Hulk. I tend to put him against a lot of things.
yeah.
But I don't know, man. I love those two matchups, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's kind of really inspired me. A lot of times I shoot something a couple times, and I don't really have any motivation to shoot again. But those two have kept me pretty motivated. And then the practical effect, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could have done that digitally, but I always had an idea of doing something like that, but I'd never really had a figure to do it with, to be honest. And then when I got him, I was like, oh, that's what I need to try it with. And it's all that is some simple wire with polyfill and then a little bit of black spray paint. That's it, man.
Wow. It looks so good.
Yeah, it sells
Yes.
so well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so take us through a typical, process of yours. Like how do you start when like from conception of the idea to actually getting it done? How do you map it all out and get it accomplished?
Man, well, that's sometimes just having the figure itself, a new figure always inspires me to shoot something. But a lot of times, if I don't have something new and I'm trying to figure something out, if I kind of have an idea what character I want, I like to go online and look at comic art. Comic art really inspires me
Yes.
to do similar things or even try and recreate so specific pose. And then it's just a nightmare of a headache that I spend, 2 hours or more of my time. And a lot of times I'm like, this isn't working, let's scrap it. But I usually make myself finish it. And most of the time there are things I end up keeping. And occasionally though, I'll be like, I've spent too much time on this. It's not working. Just scrap it. And then I will scrap things occasionally.
Yeah, it's always a tough call, but
then also I was gonna add one other thing. Another thing I have a tendency of doing is being in the middle of a setup and I'm like, oh, I need this. And I'll I used to take a lot of time making props and stuff, and now I'll go down to the garage and whip something up in 15, 20 minutes and bring it back up. And you don't need all the super detail if you're using some blur in the background.
Mhm.
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a smart move. And making all that stuff takes so much time, right, Sully?
Yes, it takes a lot of time. And he's right. A lot of times, like you'll do these elaborate setups, and then you frame it or something, and you don't see like the 5 other characters you have, or like the desk on the side. You don't see the grass that you bought. Like you have all this stuff in there that you don't see.
Yeah,
It's true. But it kind of adds to, like, I can feel that, the landscape that extends beyond the borders here, and for all your shots. Your stuff is amazing. We love it. And we got to get on to the hot seat.
Oh, hot seat.
Okay, Brian, what's the best Mezco figure to date?
ooh, I still think it's Conan.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to stick with Spidey and Gabi. Who's winning that fight?
Spider-Man all day.
Okay.
All right. How about Count Dracula or Nosferatu?
Ooh, Count Dracula.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh God. Oh well, I'll pick one. And Fifth Element.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I haven't seen that in a long time. All right, you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What kind of jelly are you using?
Grape.
Okay, that's
All
the only
classic.
answer. So
Yep.
Crunchy or smooth?
Smooth. Hate crunchy.
Okay, if there was no such thing as toy photography, what do you think your main hobby would be?
Oh God. Probably sitting on my lazy ass watching TV.
it's a good hobby.
All right, Ben.
Zero sugar or the hard stuff?
Oh, the real stuff. Let it.
Let it.
Let it. Who's your favorite Muppet?
Kermit.
If you had to relocate and could pick anywhere in the world to live, where would it be?
Ooh, I think I would go to Switzerland.
Ooh, cool. Exotic.
I'm angry now. Why don't you shoot more turtles?
I just got the turtles, so I am.
Saw that.
I've only posted one. I've got another one ready to go. So
He knew he was
more
coming
to
on
come.
this show, and he was like,
forward.
I got to get the turtles.
that's right.
All right, Sully, close us out.
Indiana Jones or Crocodile Dundee?
Oh, Indiana all day.
Indiana Jones all day. Brian, thank you so much for coming out. Everybody, please give him a
Thank
round
you.
of applause.
Thank you, guys.
BTP, Sully J and Zach. Behind the plastic is where it's at. BTP, Sully J and Zach. Behind the plastic is where it's at. IG to Discord, real over and overlay. Photoshop, edit, or just keep it raw within the frame. Here we go. Toy Pick community is where we show our love for the art form.